Master of Chaos, the belly of the beast. Zane was assessing the damage. Jay looked up at the sky. Ugh, vultures. That's never a good sign, he moaned. They are carrion birds. It is a sign they believe we are a potential meal, Zane said. Oh, thanks, Zane. Way to boost morale, Jay said sarcastically. Can you guys keep it down? I'm trying to reach Pixel on the radio, Nia scolded. Come in, Pixel. Can you hear me? Mayday, Mayday. Come in, Pixel. Any luck? Lloyd asked. Nothing. There's something wrong with the long-range transmitter, but I can't figure out what, Nia replied. Okay, well, don't give up, Lloyd encouraged, and he went to go help Cole, Kai, and Irene get all the water they'd packed. And that's the last of it, Lloyd said as he carried the last crate out. That's not good. Less than a day's supply of water, Kai said. And the ATV and the Dune Bounty are wrecked, and the rock cycle isn't fast enough to outrun those beetles, Cole exclaimed. Well, even if it could, it would only carry one of us, maybe two if we squeeze, Irene said. Maybe Nia could draw some water out of the air, Lloyd suggested. In this heat, low humidity? I don't think so, Cole said. They heard the sound of metal hitting rock and turned to see Jay carving a message into the rock with his Kusarigama. Jay, what are you doing? Kai asked. Carving a message on this rock so people know who we are when they find our bones, Jay sobbed. Irene leaned in. You misspelled my name there, Jay, she pointed out. You mean that's not how it's spelled? He said, eyes wide. Can we try to be a little more optimistic, please? Lloyd said. I'm afraid there's little cause for optimism, Zane said as he came over. Our situation is dire. The Bounty's engine will not start without the thermolytic inverter. The thermal what? Cole said, confused. It is a critical engine component, Zane said. Well, what's wrong with it? Kai asked. It is missing. I believe Bioherne ripped through the hull, Zane said. Bernie, Jay corrected. He tore that component out and swallowed it, Zane finished. Well, that's just great, Jay shouted. First, a giant beetle tries to eat us alive. Then, we smash into a pile of rocks without any water. Can't we use the ATV's converter? Lloyd asked as Jay continued to rant. It was also damaged, Zane said. What about the rock cycle's converter? Nia asked. It isn't adequate for a vehicle the size of the Dune Bounty, Zane replied. Then we're stranded. Again. The last time we got stranded, Jay lost his mind and went all Hakuna Matata, and Kai almost strangled him, Irene said. I remember that, Cole said. They heard Jay scream. Jay! Cole shouted. Bioherne was pulling Jay towards his mouth. Help! Ah! Jay shrieked. Lloyd grabbed his hand and the others formed a chain to try and pull him back up. Hang on, Jay, Lloyd said. Pull me in! Pull me in! Jay wailed. I can't! He's too strong, Lloyd said. Cole, can you grab my shirt? Kai asked. I think so, Cole replied, shifting his grip so that he was holding onto the red fabric of Kai's shirt, freeing Kai's hand. Take this! Kai yelled, blasting a fireball at the beetle's mouth. Bioherne released Jay and retreated into the sand. Jay gasped. Did you see that? He just tried to eat me, he cried. We better keep off the sand, Lloyd said, staring out at the desert. Oh, really? Jay yelled sarcastically. Lloyd gave him an annoyed look. Night fell, and the ninja sat around a fire. I see only one option, Zane finally said. The digestive system of a beetle is very slow. There is a good chance the thermolytic inverter is still intact inside Bioherne's stomach. Bernie, Jay corrected. What good does that do? Nia asked. If one of us were to be ingested, we might be able to retrieve the device, Zane said. Ingested? Cole said. That's disgusting, Irene exclaimed. Are you kidding? Kai said. If we can get inside Bioherne's stomach, Zane began. Bernie, Jay interrupted. We should, in theory, be able to retrieve the inverter and exit again, Zane said. Jay stared at him in horror. Either through the creature's mouth or through the other end of the digestive... La 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 la! I don't want to hear this, Jay said, putting his hands on his ears. Yeah, of all the bad ideas I've ever heard, and I've heard a few, looking at you, Kai, this takes the cake, Cole exclaimed. I agree. This sounds nuts, Nia added. The facts are indisputable. We need the inverter. The inverter is inside the beetle. Ergo, one of us must enter the beetle and retrieve it, Zane reasoned. Lloyd was deep in thought. Don't tell me you're considering this, Jay exclaimed. I'm open to other suggestions if anyone has one, Lloyd said. I could use my chaos powers to rip through the beetle and get the inverter, Irene suggested. Okay, 1, that sounds like it's going to get really gross. 2, the beetle's exoskeleton might be too strong for you to break through. And 3, even if you do break through, the amount of power you use might take you out. Given all that, it's an even worse idea than getting eaten, Cole said firmly. How do we decide? Nia asked. Who gets to, be... It was my idea. The responsibility is mine, Zane said. No, I'm the responsible one, Lloyd argued. Guys, you're both too valuable to risk, Kai said. It should be someone expendable, like Jay. What? Jay shrieked. Kai smirked. Well, look who's talking, Cole said. They all started arguing over who would get to be eaten by the giant beetle monster. Guys, we're going to settle this like adults, Lloyd declared. They set up a tournament of rock, paper, clamp in which the winner would be eaten. Settle this like adults, he says, Irene muttered sarcastically. Zane wound up winning. Do not worry, my friends. Logically, I am the best choice. Being a Nindroid, I am more difficult to digest and can survive longer inside a stomach, he assured. Jay threw his arms around Zane. So long, buddy, he sobbed. I have every intention of surviving, Jay, Zane said as he pushed Jay off him. Sure you do, pal, Jay said, turning away and dramatically patting Zane's face. Sure you do. The next morning, they got Zane ready. Why does it feel like we're preparing lunch? Irene remarked, snickering as Jay swatted her shoulder. They propped up Cole's cycle and attached a rope to it to make a sort of pulley. Let's run through the plan again, Lloyd said. I bang the pot, drawing the creature's attention. When I am in his stomach, I locate the inverter, radio back, and you pull me out, Zane recited. Right, Lloyd said, tying the rope around Zane's waist. What could possibly go wrong? Jay said. If something does go wrong, we're going with my idea, Irene declared. I use my powers to rip through the beetle and get the inverter. Better hope nothing goes wrong, Cole said, wrapping an arm around Irene. Zane walked out onto the sand and banged the pot. Nothing happened. Zane turned back and shrugged. The sand shook, and Beohurny burst out of the sand. Zane tossed the pot aside, and he was swallowed. Zane! Lloyd cried. Oh no! Jay said. It ate him! It actually ate him! Kai exclaimed. They all pulled on their hoods and turned on their comms. Zane, can you hear me? Nia said. Hang on, Zane, Cole said. Zane, come in, Nia cried. Maybe the sand is blocking the signal, Lloyd guessed. Or he's being dissolved in stomach acid, Jay said. What do we do? Cole asked. We wait, Irene said, sitting down on the ground. So they waited. And waited. And waited some more. This is crazy, Jay burst out. How long has he been in there? Almost an hour, Nia replied. We gotta pull him out before it's too late, Cole exclaimed. What if he needs more time to find the inverter? Lloyd wondered. What if he's in trouble? Lloyd worried. Lloyd's right. We gotta stick to the plan and wait for the signal, Kai said. There was a burst of static on the radio. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Are you there? Zane cried. Zane! Lloyd cried, and the ninja started to cheer. You're alive! Jay and Cole exclaimed. Good job, Zane, Kai said. Cole and Lloyd hugged each other in excitement, then jumped back awkwardly. Irene wrapped her arms around them. He's alive! He's okay! She cried. Quiet, everyone! Quiet, Nia ordered. Everyone settled down. Zane, we hear you. What's your situation? Nia asked. I have retrieved the inverter, Zane answered. That's great! Hang tight. We'll get you out of there, Zane, Nia said. Okay, guys. Let's reel him in, Lloyd said. Cole hopped onto the bike and started the engine. Give it some gas. Nice and easy, Lloyd said. It's working! Irene exclaimed. The rope slowed down. The beetle was pulling at it, resisting. Keep going! Reel him in, Lloyd urged. I'm trying, but Bernie's not making it easy, Cole said. Come on. Just like reeling in a 1,000-pound tuna, Jay suggested. There he is! Look, Lloyd said, pointing. Beohurny was rising out of the sand. being pulled by the rope. The monstrous beetle was fighting back. "We're going to burn out the engine! We're going to lose him!" Cole shouted. He yelped as the bike was dislodged. "Cole!" Irene cried. She and the others jumped on the bike and held it down in place. "He's too strong!" Cole cried. "Hold on!" Nia yelled, throwing a lasso to help keep the bike in place. They pulled on the rope. Beohurny pulled harder, lifting Jay off his feet. "Oh, he's going to pull us in," Cole said. Irene let go of the rope and focused on using her chaos powers to give her friends a burst of strength. For a second, it worked, but then Beohurny knocked Cole off the bike, and Irene's concentration was broken. "Cole!" Nia shouted. "Look out! Here come the other two!" Jay shouted. As the two beetles burrowed toward the ninja, Cole summoned his elemental power and threw one of the beetles into the air. Lloyd blasted the other one, flipping it onto its back. "Got him!" he shouted. "Ninja, go!" Jay shouted, zipping down the line towards Beohurny and blasting lightning at the beetle's mouth. Beohurny screeched, his mandibles cutting the line. Jay screamed as he fell, but Nia caught him in her arms. "Oh, thank you, Nia. I love you," he said. Kai blasted Beohurny with fireballs. "Come on, Zane!" Beohurny opened his mouth, spewing out Zane, Cole Soda Guzzler, and a lot of slime. Zane landed in the sand, the Guzzler landed perfectly on Cole's head, and the slime landed on Jay. Lloyd snickered and Jay glared at him. "Zane, are you okay?" Irene cried, running over to where Zane lay. "Say something," Nia begged. Zane held up the inverter, smiling as he sat up. The ninja all laughed, relieved that their friend was fine. Zane put the thermolytic inverter back into place, and they loaded the other vehicles onto the land bounty and strapped themselves in. Nia took the controls as the beetles rose out of the sand. "Everyone ready?" she asked. "Get us out of here," Lloyd said. Nia took off, and the three beetles started to pursue them. "Here they come," Lloyd said. "Hold on, everyone. Here goes," Nia said, hitting the thrusters. They zoomed away, putting distance between them and the beetles. "We made it!" Lloyd whooped, giving Cole a high five. "Yeah!" Jay cheered, high-fiving Zane. "Good job. Home free," Kai remarked. "That was one doozy of a mirage," Jay said as the land bounty continued on.